What's going on? VitalSyntax here, and just like I did for Battlefield 3, I want to start up a series of videos for Black Ops 2 that covers different classes that are recommended by you guys in the comments of each episode. So if you guys want to have a class that you like to use or you think is underrated, feel free to leave the specifications for that class in the comments of this video, and I'll try and scan through them for next episode. I'll typically choose them based off of which one has the most thumbs up or which ones I think are most interesting or would be, good things to recommend other people try out. So what I'm looking for isn't necessarily the best loadouts, but something that's kind of underrated that you've had experience with and that works really well for you. So for this episode, since I don't have any comments to go off of, I just chose the class myself, and I'm using the M8A1 assault rifle, which is the second to last assault rifle you unlock. By default, it's a 4-round burst assault rifle, so not necessarily the best close or medium range. It's best at longer ranges with that burst fire mode. But I am using a couple different attachments that allow me to make it a little more accessible for medium and close range. So the first one is the select fire attachment, which allows you to use this gun in full auto. Now you still can use the burst mode, you just have to switch between the two, and it's pretty easy. Just remember to switch at the beginning of each game. You don't have to switch to full auto every time you die, but there's also a bug that I've noticed, and I don't know exactly which kill streaks it does it with, but the War Machine and the Death Machine are the two that I've noticed, where every time you switch to one of those and you are using a weapon with a select fire mode, it actually switches the fire mode back to what it is by default. So just keep that in mind and remember to switch if it ever does get kind of screwed up if you want to use it in full auto. Now, as far as the other attachments I'm using, I have a total of 3 attachments because I'm using the primary Gunfighter wildcard, which allows you to have more than just the default 2. So I'm also using the quick draw handle, which allows you to ADS quicker, which I think is almost a must for assault rifles that you're doing medium range and lots of ADSing. And the second attachment, or I guess the third attachment, is the fast mag, which is kind of like the dual mag or kind of like sleight of hand from previous Call of Duties that allows you to reload a little bit more quickly. Now, I think that those are kind of the two attachments that I always go to for assault rifles, is the quick draw and the fast mag, especially if I'm moving around a lot. Having the fast mag and being able to reload a little bit more quickly means that you're going into every gunfight with ammo in your magazine and not empty-handed, especially because I'm somebody that doesn't typically run a secondary weapon, so you don't have something to switch to. I always have to have that gun ready and loaded. Alright, so moving on to the perks, I'm using Flak Jacket, Toughness, and Tac Mask, which are kind of the 3 go-to perks for me as well for assault rifles. Also, it kind of depends on the game mode. So in this game, I'm playing Team Deathmatch. Team Deathmatch and Domination are really the 2 most played game types by me, at least. I think by most people actually too, because those are the playlists always have the most people in them. So Flakjack isn't necessarily the best one for TDM. I'd probably recommend, and I typically used Ghosts more often than not, although again that's kind of a high level unlock, so you might want to use your permanent unlock token once you've prestiged on Ghost or any of the other high level unlocks. But I am using Flak Jacket, which is also really good for Domination or something like Demolition, where you have flag points or bombs that you have to protect or defend, because there's lots of grenades that go off. And then Toughness, I think, is almost a must-have. One of my least favorite things about any Call of Duty game is the flinch mechanic. I just think that it's retarded. I mean, it ruins some of the aiming and the gun skill. If you're just the first person to get the bullet on target, then the other person's going to be missing his shots, but that's just my opinion. And obviously they have this perk that allows you to negate it in at least some sense. It doesn't completely remove the flinch mechanic, but you flinch quite a bit less, and you'll miss a lot less bullets. So for an assault rifle, Toughness is almost always the way I go. And then Tac Mask, obviously that's just going to remove the effects, or not remove, but limit the effects of stun grenades and flash grenades. I like to use that or the Engineer class. Engineer me if I'm running around a lot and I don't have Flak Jacket, so that way I can avoid the bouncing Bettys, because there are quite a few bouncing Bettys. That seems to be like the most popular equipment that people are using. And then I'm also using a bouncing Betty and concussion, and that's about it. I guess the camouflage, I'm using like a blue camo, which I thought was pretty cool. The blue tiger looks really, really awesome in this gun. You can also see I've got the PX clan tag cut out or etched out on the side of my gun. Basically what happens is once you prestige your weapon at least once, you're going to be able to put your clan tag on your gun. So whatever my clan tag is, it's automatically going to show up on the side there. And then when you prestige it the second time, you actually get to put your emblem on your gun. Now, those are two just kind of aesthetical things that you can add. So I'm kind of, at least for me, I don't think I'm going to be prestiging my weapons anymore. I'd rather just keep all the attachments and unlocks that I have for the weapons, but that's just my opinion. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, feel free to give me a like or a favorite. Remember to leave your suggestions for classes in the comments. Thanks for watching.